Hi everyone, Nick Craddock, host of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and you're watching me on Hometalk. So here we have just an inexpensive plastic watering can. So any watering can will do, and in all honesty, you guys, the, dingier, the older, the kind of rustier, the better. I really like when they're kind of natural. So if you have a metal watering can that, you can't really use anymore, that would be perfect for this. So what I've actually done is I've taken a styrofoam ball. This is just a 3.5 to 4.5 inch styrofoam ball, and I've kind of wedged it in there. So as you guys can see, kind of dented the front of the watering can. You're not going to see that with the way we design, but it is very important that you place it in the hole. And add lots and lots of hot glue. So we did this prior, that way the hot glue is nice and secured and that the styrofoam ball is not going anywhere. So here we just have some ferns, and as I said, we're going to place them so that they cascade over the container, or watering can in today's case, and that'll just obscure any imperfections. So the cool thing about this is that this is going to create a really cool decoration for your door, for your wall, something a little bit different than wreaths. Wreaths are awesome, and we love designing wreaths. But whenever we can mix it up and try something different, I always like to do that because it really keeps things fun and more interesting. So we'll just work in a few of these ferns, and then we can switch over to some of our florals. So now it's time to kind of fill in all around this fern. So we used our fern to kind of cascade over the side of our container, add some height and some visual interest. So now we're just taking some of this mini daisy bush, which also has a ton of greenery on it too. So this is going to be a great filler. And we're just taking a few pieces and working them in. So another great option for these watering cans is just to use what you got. So if you have a few leftover bushes, you can also be picking up a watering can at any local dollar store along with your florals. So if you want to do this for, under $10 or so, minus the hose, of course, you absolutely can. So we're just taking a few more. In the end, we shouldn't be able to see any of that styrofoam. So that's kind of our main goal at this point in time. So now we're going to break down some of this. This is just kind of a golden stem, and I think it added some kind of wispiness to it. So the more texture you can have, the better off you're going to be. So I just cut down each stem individually, and all we have to do is just work those in. And I think this is going to add some height. It's going to add some, texture to the design. And, the more texture you can have, the better off you'll be. So we'll just work in a few more of those. This is something that we're just accenting our design with. This is not our main focus, which means we don't have to get too heavy-handed with it. A few pieces here and there should be more than enough. So here we have our garden hose. My younger sister Bella actually picked up this for me yesterday. It's a 10-foot garden hose from Walmart, but 10 foot I thought was an appropriate size. I didn't want to have anything too heavy because this will be on my side door, just hanging up like a wreath. So I want to make sure that it's not kind of too much in my way. And like I said, after spring and summer, I can just kind of take this off. We're just using a, what are these called? A cable tie to secure it at the top. And then, after spring and summer, I can just remove that cable tie and use this to water my garden or fill buckets to, water my vegetables. So now that we placed one cable tie there, I'm going to just take it towards the back and place a second cable tie to secure it in place. So I'll just feed it through the hose, feed it through the handle of the watering can till we get to the other side. And secure it. So as you can see, this is why I said it will get a little awkward working with this in the beginning. So we held off on doing that. But another important aspect is that I took it, created a big kind of hoop. Well, I kind of just naturally did that. The hoses, as they're kind of wrapped around, they kind of just maintain that look. So we have one big loop and then one smaller loop. And now what we can do is show you guys what it looks like hanging up and how pretty it looks. So to create a hanger, I'm just going to take a pipe cleaner. As I said, this is the back of a design, and my side door doesn't have any windows, so I don't really care about what the back looks like, as long as it's nice and secure to last through the spring and summer. So we'll just take a pipe cleaner, twist it several times around, and now I'm going to just take that through the zip tie and secure it like so. And now we have the perfect hanger. And the weight is evenly distributed. That's a question I get asked a lot, is how do I keep it from being off kilter? Since the weight is evenly distributed, we're not going to have that issue. It's going to stand up perfectly straight. And here's how our adorable little watering can with our garden hose turned out. So if you ever get sick of designing wreaths or you just want to mix it up, this might be the perfect alternative for you. And I think this would work from spring to summer. throughout those 2 whole seasons. And also if you wanted to switch it up and work in some fall flowers with maybe a spray painted watering can, you absolutely can do that. So the sky truly is the limit when it comes to something like this. And it's also incredibly inexpensive. So as I said before, feel free to mix it up. If you ever get sick of reeds, this is the perfect choice for you. And it's incredibly easy. So thank you all so very much for watching. This is Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and you're watching me on Home Talk. Bye everyone.